Hello and welcome back to the weather statement. Today we are talking about severe weather in parts of the south, including um, anywhere from you live in Illinois down to the Gulf Coast in areas of Louisiana, Texas, and Florida and Alabama. So we're really gonna focus in on this um, moderate threat and enhanced threat in this. This is where you're gonna get the worst of the severe weather. But let's dive right into this forecast, and I will tell you what to expect with this storm system. So the first thing I want to point out is it's not very common when the National Weather Service has put out a moderate threat for severe weather. I know it is spring severe season in parts of the south, but this is not a normalcy. I know we had one last week, but once again we have another severe weather outbreak in the south, and basically in the same area that I had it last week if you check out my latest video. But anyways, in this red shaded area, this is a moderate threat for severe weather. It's a 4 out of 5 rating on the severe weather scale. And it's a moderate. You go to the orange shaded, that is an enhanced, the yellow is a slight, and then the green is a marginal threat for severe weather. So the area that's going to be most affected by this storm is in the red and even the orange shaded areas. And this area includes in the red parts of Tennessee, a little bit of Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama, as well as the part of the panhandle of Florida in parts of like Pensacola, Mobile. You're going to be underneath this moderate threat for severe weather. And then the enhanced threat stretches from Louisiana all the way up into a little area of Indiana and Illinois. So we're really focused in on the bullseye of this storm down south, but also these impacts from this very long storm system, and it stretches all the way up from the coast towards Chicago area. This storm is actually over 900 miles long. Just let 900 miles long. It's a very long front that's stretching through this area, and it's gonna bring all modes of severe weather: tornadoes, damaging winds, and there's not much of a chance for hail, but you still can't rule out hail in this storm system. Alright, here's the tornado outlook that the SPC has put out, and it is showing a very strong 15% chance for tornadoes. That's pretty high. As well as in this checkered shaded area, that on the scale is a significant chance for tornadoes. Very strong tornadoes, and this stretches from Tennessee back through Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida. So we really want to focus our attention on this area of checkered red, even the yellow. Those are high areas for tornadoes. But we could still see a brief spin-up tornado in parts of the green and the brown shaded areas. So that's a really one of the main things we're focusing on with this storm system, because it can bring really strong tornadoes and multiple tornadoes. Because at this time I'm filming this at around 1 o'clock Central Standard Time, and we already have tornado warnings on the ground. So we really want you to be prepared. If you live in the South, make sure you have alerts. Just be prepared as these storms roll through parts of the South. Another big thing we're focusing in on is the damaging winds. This is a very large area for damaging winds. A 30% chance for very strong damaging winds stretches all the way from Indiana back down to the Gulf Coast. So this is a very large area, But once again, we see this checkered shaded area. That is a significant chance for damaging winds. Winds over 75 miles an hour plus. So that's very high winds that can it can break tree limbs, blow things away. It can do a lot of things. So if you really want to focus in on, once again, in the checkered shaded area as well as this light purple shaded area, that is a 4 out of 5 chance for damaging winds. That's a 45% chance. So that's pretty high in the severe weather world of probabilities. And then last but not least, we have the hail outlook. It is not very impressive. It's a 5% chance in this whole area that we're really focused in on. But I mean, there's still a chance for hail. So just if you have some vehicles outside, just bring them in if you can, or just bring things in because there's still a chance for hail. It's not big, but there's always still a chance, so it's better safe than sorry. And then here's our excessive rainfall outlook that the Severe Weather Center has put out. They have a 2 out of 4 risk in this area of the South, which includes Alabama, Tennessee, a little bit of Missouri, Kentucky, Arkansas, and Louisiana, and a little bit of Florida, the Panhandle. This is the area that we're expecting higher amounts of precipitation to fall, and which could accumulate to minor flooding. And then once again, we have a marginal threat which stretches all the way up close to the Illinois-Wisconsin border, back down into parts of Texas, Louisiana, into Florida, back through Tennessee, and then up through Indiana. So this is the area where you can get some minor flooding and some isolated areas where you can get flooding. So that's another thing to watch out for, but we're really focused in on damaging winds and tornadoes, as well as this minor flooding. So thank you guys for watching. Stay safe if you live in the South. If you know anybody who lives in this area of severe weather that we're talking about, especially in the red shaded area where we can have damaging winds, very high chance for damaging winds, and significant tornadoes. Just let them know if they don't already know that severe weather is coming. If you live down south, get alerts and just be prepared for these storms as they roll through. So thank you guys for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in my next video.